Oh no. Oh no. No, no.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 actors who never do franchises.
Whoa, whoa. Here I come. Oh, here I come. Oh.
For this list, we'll be looking at those rare A-list celebs who have managed to stay away from every superhero universe, wizard world, international intelligence agency, and illegal street racing gang out there. What actor would you love to see leading their own franchise? Be sure to let us know in the comments below. Number 10. Jane Fonda. One of the greatest Hollywood bombshells of all time, it seems like Fonda was always destined to be a star of the silver screen. The daughter of actor Henry Fonda, Jane was born with performing in her blood. She appeared in nearly 30 films throughout the 1960s and 70s, including one of her most recognizable roles as the super sexy sci-fi adventurer Barbarella.
I'm so grateful for what you've done, I hardly know how to begin to thank you. I'm positive I could get you some sort of recompense from my government. I mean, if there's anything you need or that I can do, please tell me.
But fans who grew up in the 1980s might remember Fonda from a different genre.
Her series of VHS exercise videos that became massive bestsellers.
5, 6, 7, 8 and down. This is for the pectorals. 5, 6, 7, 8 and up.
And Fonda's career is still going strong. Since turning 80, she starred in the hit Netflix series Grace and Frankie, as well as multiple movies. And she shows no signs of slowing down.
Are you working on anything new?
Actually, yeah.
Number 9. Richard Gere. After making a name for himself as a high-class male escort in American Gigolo, Gere quickly gained a reputation as a Hollywood sex symbol.
Baby, this is a 2-hour gig.
Plus the drive.
Plus the drive. 5C, straight in and out drive, nothing fancy. Come on, do me a favor.
I don't know. Maybe.
But it was his role as the resolute and loyal Navy officer in training, Zach Mayo, that vaulted him to superstardom.
Gere continued to play the leading man in romances into his 50s.
May I help you?
The sign said, feel free to watch.
Are you here for lessons?
Yes.
Although many other actors of his generation have appeared in major franchises, Gere somehow never has. At least, not yet. But if Michael Keaton can play Batman in his 70s, then we'd say there's still time for Gere to put on a cape, if he ever wants to.
There's one thing that they can never resist, and that is a reformed sinner.
Number 8. Matthew McConaughey. After meeting dazed and confused casting director Don Phillips in a hotel bar, McConaughey landed his breakout role as David Wooderson in his early 20s.
You know Wooderson?
Oh. How's it going, man?
Hey. Pretty good. How's it going with you?
Since then, his good looks and southern charm have kept him in the spotlight. In the 2000s, he became the rom-com king, earning him the title of People magazine's Sexiest Man Alive in 2005. And his ability to bring the ladies to their feet in Magic Mike proves that he hasn't lost a step.
The law says that you cannot touch. But I think I see a lot of lawbreakers up in this house tonight. And I don't see a cop in sight.
And yet, he's one of the few leading men in Hollywood who hasn't been snatched up for a cinematic universe or spy franchise. Although, if anyone could pull off a skin-tight superhero uniform, it's Matthew McConaughey.
Revolutions. You follow?
Revolutions.
Keep the clients on the Ferris wheel. And it goes. The park is open 24/7, 365. Every decade, every goddamn century. That's it. Name of the game.
Number 7. Jennifer Aniston. Everyone knows Aniston from her role as Rachel Green on Friends, one of the most beloved sitcoms of all time.
Oh, wish me luck. What for? I'm gonna go get one of those job things.
In fact, Aniston has probably had the most successful post-Friends career of any of the main cast, extending her comedy chops to the big screen too.
It's on fire!
Wait until I fall asleep.
Jesus, I'm coming!
And then we sneak into their town. Cut their throats.
I'll be home for Christmas.
What? No. Jesus.
She's also proven her talent at dramatic acting, as in her moving performance as accident survivor and person with substance use disorder Claire in Cake.
I'm gonna eat this in a few minutes, okay? I just want some quiet time.
Promise?
Promise. On my mother's grave. But your mother lived.
And although we could totally picture her hunting down international terrorists alongside Ethan Hunt, so far, she's managed to stay out of the franchise game. Number 6, Regina King. One of the most versatile women in Hollywood, King has done it all. Comedy, drama, action, commercials, even guest judging on RuPaul's Drag Race.
This looked like the most professional magazine of the whole bunch.
It did, but as we're going through all of these, I'm wondering, did it look like the most professional because everything else was so bad?
And technically, she's also played a superhero, just not in the Marvel or DC universes.
Instead, she played Angela Abar, aka Sister Knight, in the streaming miniseries Watchmen.
You knew?
Yes.
How do you know he's 7K?
I got a nose for white supremacy and he smells like bleach.
Lately, though, King has been spending as much of her time behind the camera as in front of it. She's directed episodes of hit TV shows like Shameless and The Good Doctor, not to mention a feature film.
What did the investors say when they gave me my money?
That it was yours to do.
To do with as I please.
Perhaps it's only a matter of time before she ends up in a major franchise, but she's just as likely to be directing it as starring in it. Number 5, John Cusack. It seems like John Cusack was in every teen comedy that came out in the 1980s.
All my instincts, they return.
In fact, from the 80s to the 2000s, it seems like he was in every movie, period. And no wonder, over those 3 decades, he appeared in over 50 films, from rom-coms to thrillers to a somewhat questionable turn as Edgar Allan Poe.
I've got nothing left. I've used up all my tricks.
So how is it that he never ended up in a franchise? As it turns out, he almost did. In 1985, a John Hughes-inspired Spider-Man script was produced for Canon Films, with Cusack in mind. Of course, at the time, Marvel was popping out such gems as Howard the Duck. So maybe it's for the best that Cusack's Spider-Man never came to be.
Real smooth, Cliff.
Although there is now a multiverse. Number 4, Jodie Foster. Although her breakout role technically came in Martin Scorsese's Taxi Driver, when most people think of Jodie Foster, they think of Clarice Starling.
Dr. Lecter, my name is Clarice Starling. May I speak with you?
You're one of Jack Crawford's, aren't you?
I am, yes.
May I see your credentials?
Certainly.
Holding her own opposite the legendary Sir Anthony Hopkins, Foster's powerful and understated performance in The Silence of the Lambs earned plenty of critical attention and awards. Since then, she's continued to focus her career primarily on dramas.
Fine. I'm not stopping. If I have to go it alone, I'll go it alone. I've done it before.
And, like Regina King, she's no stranger to the director's chair, with credits for both feature films and major TV shows.
Although the lurid tales of Hannibal Lecter border on franchise status, we don't expect to see Foster putting on a cape or wizard robes anytime soon.
Number 3, Daniel Day-Lewis. He sings, he dances, he goes to extremes in his method acting choices. But he doesn't do franchises.
You're such a dope, aren't you? Making movies wasn't your problem. You were the problem.
Although the now retired Sir Daniel has had an incredibly illustrious career, surprisingly, he's only appeared in about 20 films.
And each of those films was a completely standalone entity. He's never even been in a sequel.
What is your name?
Amsterdam, sir.
Amsterdam. I'm New York.
Yet somehow, despite never going near the MCU or MI6, he has embodied some truly iconic characters. From the eminently quotable Daniel Plainview to the great emancipator himself.
What would you do after the war, Corporal Cook?
Work, sir. Perhaps you'll hire me.
Perhaps I will.
But we also have to admit, he would have made a brilliant 007. Number 2, Meryl Streep. If anyone deserves to be called the queen of the silver screen, it's Meryl Streep. Having been a household name for over 4 decades, it seems there's no part she can't play.
British Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher? Check.
Where there is discord, may we bring harmony. Where there is error, may we bring truth. Where there is doubt, may we bring faith.
Acclaimed chef and cooking show host Julia Child? No problem. Frosty Anna Winter-inspired magazine editor? Obviously.
And you have no style or sense of fashion?
Well, I think that depends on what you're...
No. That wasn't a question.
With so many incredible characters on her resume, it's kind of hard to believe that no major franchise has gotten its hooks into STREEP.
Why?
Excuse me, sister?
But if any actor can hold her own in Hollywood without a cinematic universe to fall back on, it's Queen MERYL.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Leonardo DiCaprio. Technically, Leo's first film role was in the 3rd installment of a horror franchise.
Hey, wait a minute. I don't know you either, okay? He almost went over the edge. There could be badgers or something down there.
But let's be honest, Critters 3 is no Captain America Civil War. Whether you know him as the star-crossed Romeo, the ill-fated Jack Dawson, or the dream-hopping Dom Cobb, Leo has been stealing hearts in every genre for almost 30 years.
This is where I need you. You create the world of the dream. We bring the subject into that dream, and they fill it with their subconscious.
Yet it wasn't until the 2010s that he finally earned the highest honor of all, getting turned into a meme. And although by this point Leo could probably have his pick of franchise leading roles, we're happy to continue watching him give it his all in one amazing standalone movie after another.
Now, gentlemen, I do apologize, but I'm weary from our travels beyond words. It is time for me to rest my tired eyes.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.